right, everyone. So the next step of our landscape painting, for me, it's this area right in here. And I've already mixed my paint ahead of time off camera. You can see that I mixed a green, then I made it light. So I did blue and yellow to make a green, and then I added white to it. And I made a little test right here. And this one, and I felt that that was okay for some of the darker spots, but I wanted a little bit yellower, and so I took some of this green, separated out, and added more yellow. Okay, so that's what I'm working with today. I didn't think you needed to see that since you guys are pretty much pros at mixing green at this point. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint in this meadow grass area, keeping in mind that I have this little divot that is a little bit darker. And then I have some patches here. I'm not sure if I'll paint this patch in. I don't know if you can see like a grass patch or a non-grass patch, but I'm going to vary some of the color in here. So here we go. Okay, so I did the first part of the grass down here, the meadow, and I just painted it all with one color, and I did like this tapping motion, right, with my small flat brush. So you don't want to just take a big brush. I could have taken a big brush and gone back and forth, but it is so much better in your painting to do this little tapping motion, because you can see some of the blue behind it, and when you look far away it's going to blend and it's going to look more like natural grass. The next step is I want to put in some of my dark areas, so this dark area here and some in here. I might not make it that dark, so I'm going to mix a darker green and maybe some in here and put that in, and then put the light on top. So here I go. All right, so I wanted to give you a little summary of what I just did. Kind of prop it up here so there's less glare. You can see that I put in some darker spots, and then I let it kind of dry or went to other areas, and then painted on top of those spots. And the reason I did that, I painted on top of those spots with the lighter color. And the reason I did that is because this paint has a little bit of a transparent quality. So while I painted over, you can still see the darkness kind of coming through behind it. And that gives it that variety that I wanted for like an area that is dark. I didn't really paint the dirt part of it, but same with here, except for I had my little path that I'm painting. It's kind of like a little path or a little divot right in here. And it was going up this way, and I thought that that wasn't really representative of the actual curve here, so I just painted over it and I went that way, and I think I still have a little bit of work to do in that area. But you can see I have basically 2 to 3 layers of paint, and I can still see little bits of blue, and that won't matter as I look back, you know, as I stand 5 feet back and look at it. But that's my next step, is I'm going to look back step back 5 feet, look at it, evaluate it, and see what else I need to get done. So I want to remind you that you want to do the same after you put in kind of the middle ground or the foreground area. Thanks, guys.